Hello, this is Greg Brzezinski for Beardbrand, and today we're going to play 20 questions, part 1. So I get a lot of questions on Instagram, and I get a lot of questions here on the YouTube channel for Beardbrand, and I try to answer as many as possible, as does the Beardbrand staff. And so I'm just going to go over some of the common questions that I get, since they're repeated often, and some other ones that people have given me on Instagram. And so some basic things. How old are you? I am soon to be 56, and by the time this airs, I will be 56 years old. And I'm definitely headed for 60, aren't I? Scary thought. Number 2, how long have you had a beard? Went over that in my first video. I will be coming up on my 3rd anniversary of the start of my beard. It was November 7th, 3 years ago, that I started growing the current beard that I have. People ask me all the time, what is the length of this current beard? And that changes from month to month, but I would say that this beard represents about 3 inches of growth. And for the average guy, that would be about 6 months of growth. My hair grows a little faster, so maybe about 5 months worth of growth. I trim my mustache, and so I don't know what that length would be if I kept that going. But that's a pretty common question. People want to know how long it takes to get a beard that's this big. And roughly about 5 months, 6 months. Whose beard do I admire? There's lots of people's beards that I admire. I've seen Carlos' beard up close, especially when I was smacking him for his mustache twirling. He has a really fine beard. So does Jeff. His beard's amazingly thick. The entire Beardbrand staff have great beards, Eric included. From Instagram friends that I have, Marco Bender. He's To Be Ambitious is his name. Fantastic thick beard, made all the more magnificent by the fact that he's bald. He shaves his head and makes the beard look really fantastic. And then who was it? Oliver James. It just has a fantastic blonde, light brown beard. Pretty amazing. So there's lots of people. I mean, I could go on. There's lots of famous people's beards that I like, but those are 2 that stick out in my mind. What foods do I hate to eat because I have a beard and mustache? And this is interesting because Carlos just actually did a video about when you're out and about, you might want to think about what you're doing when you're eating. I really don't think about it too much. I think Carlos' recommendation for a takeaway cup was interesting. I was actually going to put a pizza in a takeaway cup just for this video, but I thought I'm not going to bust on my friend there. The food that I hate to eat the most, and actually I won't eat in public, would be an ice cream cone. And that's just disaster. I love ice cream cones, and that's something I'm not going to do in public. I do live with napkins when I'm eating, and I do use a straw for most cold fluids, so try to keep the food out of my face, but I live with a napkin to get the food out of my mustache particularly. Do I plan to grow my beard longer? Do I plan to trim my beard? What is the plan for my beard? I'm actually currently growing it for the holiday season, and I mean Halloween. Trying to see what I can do with a bigger beard during the holiday. And after that, I think I'm going to trim it back. And I think come November 1st, I might be doing something a little more radical for me. Still will probably have a beard, but it might go a little shorter. So that's the current thinking, but we'll see how that plays out come November 1st. What is your favorite thing about having a beard? I like, let's see, it's probably a plus. For me, it's a little less maintenance than it was to shave. I like that. I like the fact that my coloring is very distinct. So that might have more to do with the coloring, but I like the fact that my beard has distinctive color. And then conversely, what do you hate about having a beard? One of the number 1 things I hate about having a beard is that people compliment your beard, and people will come up to you and say, "Great beard." And this is all great, except that I'd rather people say, "Hey, you look great. You look great." as opposed to your beard looks great. So that's one of the reasons I don't want to have too big of a beard. It's already dramatic enough because of the coloring, and so cutting it a little shorter I think will take some of the attention away from the beard and maybe put the attention back on my face. So that's probably the thing that I hate most about having a beard. On my particular beard, another thing that I hate is it can look really bad. Freshly washed, and when I go to bed and wake up in the morning, it's an absolute bird's nest. So I don't roll out of bed looking like this. My beard is actually pretty tame today. So that's probably a close second to what I don't like about having a beard, is that it can go from really bad to really good pretty quickly. Do you have any plans to go back to a solo handlebar mustache? For about 3 years I had a very dramatic handlebar mustache. My hair was even darker then, so pretty much a almost black handlebar mustache. I liked having that, and actually that brought me, I guess, notoriety initially on Instagram. I don't think right now it's in the game plan. I might go toward the beard stash at one point, but I don't imagine that I'll be shaving clean or close or smooth, as some like to call it, in the near future. And finally, the last question, people ask me, do you think that the beard is an icebreaker, or do you think that it puts people off? And I would have to say, for me, the number one thing would be an icebreaker. The amount of people that, complete strangers, that will make conversation and come up to me and talk to me by virtue of the fact that they've either seen me on YouTube or seen my Instagram, or that they just want to compliment my beard. So for the most part, it's definitely an icebreaker. If it's off-putting, I don't know, because those people don't approach me. So I think it's generally a positive thing in my case. So I'll be back with another 10 questions, and those 10 questions will really be dealing with social media and questions related to either YouTube or Instagram. So thanks for watching, and until next time, beard on.
Beardbrand is a premium men's grooming company with products not only for your beard, but also your hair and body. Do yourself a favor and head over to beardbrand.com and take care of yourself. Or you can stick around and watch a few more of our awesome videos.